Hey, hi. I have nothing better to do with my life at 1:15 when I'm not in the house. I was supposed to be staying outside, but then my feet started getting pneumonia, so I came in. And now I'm in my shed. I'm in my comfy warm shed with my heater and sofas. Nothing else to do with my life, so here I am, face to face with the situation. Here I am, face to face with a situation I never thought I'd ever see. Strange how a dress could take a mess and make her nothing less than beautiful to me. I have to sing about my love for Herman. It's the only thing that keeps me going. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Chapter 7, which is the first chapter so far, which has its own name. It's called Chapter 7, Bring Me to Life. I think it's the last one that has its own name as well, so still the same kind of Coke. 3 videos in, and I haven't finished my Coke yet. Author's note. Well, okay, you guys, I'm only reading this because I got 5 God reviews. REVIUWS reviews. But I want to write the next chapter till I get 10 God runs. Stove flaming or ill report. Ooh. Ivani isn't a Marie Sue. Okay, she isn't perfect. She's a Satanist. She has problems. She's depressed for God's sake. Yeah. Stop flaming, preps. I could totally do this. Draco and I held our pale white hands with black nail polish as we went upstairs. I was wearing red Satanist sings on my nails and red nail polish. Author's note. See those that sound like a Maru Sue to you? I like how that rhymed. I waved to Vampire. Dark misery was in his depressed eyes. I guess he was jealous of me that I was going out with Draco. Anyway, I went upstairs excitedly with Draco. We went into his room and locked the door. Then, it's not as long as the others have been, but it's also this and then lots of dots and then the start of a new paragraph. So, you know, I don't really understand what was going on there. Whatever. We started Frenching passively and we took off each other's clothes enthusiastically. What? What? He felt me up before I took off my top. Then I took off my black leather bra and he took off his pants. We went on the bed and started making out naked, and then he put his boy's thingy in mine and we had sex. See, is that stupid? No comment. Oh, Draco, Draco, I screamed while getting an orgasm when all of a sudden I saw a tattoo I'd never seen before on Draco's arm. Probably it was a black heart with an arrow through it. On it in bloody Gothic writing were the words Vampire! Which is now 2 words. I was so angry. You bastard! I shouted angrily, jumping out of the bed. No! No! But you don't understand, Draco pleaded. But I knew too much. No, you fucking idiot, I shouted. You probably have AIDS anyway. I put on my clothes all huffily and then stomped out. Draco ran out even though he was naked. He had a really big you-know-what, but I was too mad to care. That is how mad she was that she didn't care about his giant you-know-what. I don't know what though, I don't know what she's talking about. I think she means gerbil. If he had an impressively large pet gerbil. But she wasn't bothered. She was so pissed off, she's like, fuck you and your gerbil. I don't even care. That is how mad she is. I stomped out and did so until I was in Vampire's classroom where he was having a lesson with Professor Snape and some other people. Vampire Potter, you motherfucker! I yelled. She likes her cliffhangers. That's the end of chapter 7. That is that. Chapter 8. Author's note. Stop flassing, okay? If you do, then you are a prep. I don't know how one flasses either. I assume it's similar to flamming. Flamming just sounds like some kind of pastry. Everyone in the class stared at me, and then Draco came into the room even though he was naked and started begging me to take him back. "Ebony, it's not what you think!" Draco screamed sadly. My friend, Bloody Mary Smith, smiled at me understatedly. She flipped her long waist-length gothic black hair and opened her crimson eyes like blood that she was wearing colour contacts on. Why didn't none of these people have their eyes open until they see Ebony? Is it that much of an is it literally eye-opening experience that you have to wander around all day with your eyes shut, unable to see anything until you sense Ebony's presence there? And then you can open your eyes, and then she'll take note of your eye colour and whether or not you're wearing contacts. Clearly, she knows. It's a vampire thing, okay? It's a vampire thing. You wouldn't understand. She had pale white skin that she was wearing white makeup on. Hermione was kidnapped when she was born. Okay, awesome. But change the subject there. Hermione. Her real parents are vampires, and one of them is a witch, but Voldemort killed her mother and her father committed suicide because he was depressed about it. She still has nightmares about it, and she is very haunted and depressed. It also turns out that her real last name is Smith and not Granger. Since she has converted to Satanism, she is in Slytherin now, not Gryffindor. There's a moth flying around. What is it that you desire, you ridiculous dimwit? Snape demeaned angrily in his cold voice, but I ignored him. Fuck the police. Vampire, I can't believe you cheated on me with Draco, I shouted at him. Everyone gasped. I don't know why Ebony was so mad at me. I had went out with Draco, I'm biased, so is Ebony, for a while, but then he broke my heart. He dumped me because he liked Brittany, a stupid preppy fucker. We were just good friends now. He had gone through horrible problems, and now he was gothic. Haha, like I would hang out with a prep. As if. Lovely sort of point of view change that she never bothered to inform us of. Also the fact that Ebony is bi, but the fact that Draco went out with a guy means he has AIDS. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. I really want a sausage roll. But I'm not going out with Draco anymore, said Vampire. Yeah, fucking right. Fuck off, you bastard, I screamed. I ran out of the room and into the forbidden forest where I lost my virility to Draco, and then I started to bust into tears. For those of you who don't know, virility actually means manliness. Hello there, Mr. Moth. Why are moths so stupid? Seriously. But yeah, that was the end of chapter 8. Now I've got to do chapter 9. I forgot about that. I got distracted by the moth. Stop flaming, okay? Again, with the words with lack of vowels. Kind of hard to read. I didn't read all the books. This is from that movie, okay? So it's not my fault if Dumbledore swears. Like Gandalf, you just can't stop him swearing. That's not a word. Besuizds. Besuizds. B-E-S-U-I-Z-D-S. Besuids. I said he had a headache, and the resin snap doesn't lick Harry now is 'cause he's Christian and Vampire is a Satanist. MCR rocks. Fuck you. It doesn't say fuck you, I just added that on. I was so mad and sad. I couldn't believe Draco for cheating on me. I began to cry against the tree where I did it with Draco. Then all of a suddenly, a horrible man with red eyes and no nose and everything started flying towards me on a broomstick. He didn't have a nose, basically like Voldemort in the movie, and he was wearing all black, but it was obvious he wasn't gothic. It was! Who do you think it is? Who do you think it is? Oh my god, is it Hagrid? I think it's Hagrid. Maybe it's Terry Boot. I'm just trying to think of obscure people, and Terry Boot is the most obscure Harry Potter character I can think of, aside from Basil. Voldemort! Shit, man! Damn it! I thought it was Hagrid. Or Terry Boot. How could I be so wrong? With a description like that, it was just so surprised. No! I shouted in a scared voice, but then Voldemort shouted, Imperious! And I couldn't run away. Crookshanks! I shouted at him. Fucking trust Hermione to name a cat after a spell. A magical spell that you can shout when you're under the Imperious curse. Totally. Voldemort fell off his broom and started to scream. I felt bad for him, even though I'm a sadist, so I stopped. Ebony! He yelled. Thou must kill Vampire Potter! Anyway, this is the part where Voldemort turns up and he is, for some reason, Shakespearean. I need to burp. Ebony, he yelled, thou must kill Vampire Potter. I thought about Vampire and his sex eyes and his gothic black hair and how his face looks just like Joel Madden. God, that Vampire Potter and his face. I remembered that Draco had said I didn't understand, so I thought, what if Draco went out with Vampire before I went out with him and he broke up? Obviously, being confronted by Voldemort, Shakespearean Voldemort, is the best time to come to this conclusion. I can see how she came. I can see the thought process that went into coming. Anyway, no, Voldemort! I shouted back. Voldemort gave me a gun. No, please! I begged. You could just not take the gun. I imagine. I mean, guns don't work at Hogwarts. Thou must, he yelled. If thou does not, then I shall kill thy beloved Draco. How did you know? I asked in a surprised way. Voldemort got a "dude, you're so retarded" look on his face. I hath telekinesis, he answered cruelly, and if you doth not kill Vampire, then thou know what will happen to Draco, he shouted. Then he flew away angrily on his broomstick. I was so scared and mad I didn't know what to do. Suddenly Draco came into the woods. Draco! I said, hi! Hi, he said back, but his face was all sad. He was wearing white foundation and messy eyeliner, kind of like a pentagram. Get it? Between Joel Madden and Jared Way. No, nobody gets it. Nobody fucking gets what you mean when you say kind of like a pentagram between Joel Madden and Jared Way. I didn't get it for ages. And actually, she means cross. Are you okay? I asked. No, he answered. I'm sorry I got all mad at you, but I thought you cheated on me. I expelled. That's okay, he said, all depressed, and we went back into Hogwarts together making out. That was the end of chapter 9. Did you love it? I loved it. I loved it so much. But that might be phlegm.